First time I ever went elk hunting was in, I think it was 1976. We went to Colorado and I had an old camper on a pickup. We've been going on and off for all these years.
We're in New Mexico elk hunting. And when I say we, I'm talking about Mr. Beatty and his son Flea.
So I've hunted whitetail, waterfowl. We hunted everything you can in the South all my life.
I'm there, but I'm running camera this year. I'm not hunting.
I said, well, he got him, but I double-clicked the button, now he gets a shot.
As far as big game, this is the first elk I've ever been able to hunt.
So stay tuned, it should be a great show.
1, 2, 3, 4. Love God, spend time with your family. Be kind, uphold the law. Or a few things you can do to be like Paul.
We ain't got a little fight to it this morning.
Go to work, go to church, keep your word, that's all she wrote. Or a few things you can do to be like God. If you wanna be like Rev, get in the word when you awake.
Listen, keep your faith.
Jesus right along every step you take. And if you wanna be like Hank Parker, he puts God first in everything he does. And we do things the way it was.
Well, I missed the meet and greet because I forgot to get the camera out and didn't have an SD card in it.
Well, y'all gotta understand, my cameraman is dope. So all these screw ups, y'all just keep in mind what's behind the camera.
But I got the red button pushed.
Some very nice tents. A pretty fancy tripod.
I figured out what that thing's for back there, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good place for your microphone.
Yes, I thought it was a hand grip.
That way they can catch you swearing.
Flea Baby, he's hunted all his life too, but he had never been elk hunting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm glad you got to see me again.
I'm glad you got to see me.
Finally, he decided he wanted to go this year.
Come in here and need to cook. I never have understood why they call pork butts and it comes off
The shoulder, I know.
Uh-huh.
So we want to be careful, we don't want to wound elk. So be careful and confident with your shot. You know, the more confident you are at longer range, you just need to kind of talk with the guides about some of that, you know.
We're not going on our own now like we did back then, and we using outfitters.
I mean, we'll tell you not to if it's not the right bull. I mean, I'm not going to tell anyone to shoot anything that's small. But, you know, with caution.
Heck, back then we couldn't hardly afford to tag, much less pay somebody to take us on.
I mean, my average shot this year's been pretty short. I've been able to get in pretty tight, but these bulls are going to start pulling off the cows.
They don't want me getting in a hurry now. I mean, they 5 or 6 guys ahead of me, and they look like they big eaters. I'll stay here for the fire for a minute.
I was gonna shred it, but I was like, it looks so pretty, how could I do that? I'm just gonna slice it like a roast.
Man, at this camp, you're not gonna go hungry. He always has somebody there that's a great cook.
You reckon you can do that again?
I'm gonna do this, buddy.
They know us Louisiana boys, and they can kind of look at our waistline. We want a good hearty meal, and they put it out there for us.
You got the middle of the prime rib. I got that good crunchy part going right here. I don't know what I'm talking about.
The Way It Was is brought to you by Hybrid Light, Wise Eye Technology, Conviction Game Calls.
One of the things you're going to notice from Paul in this episode is he's going to pull the old smoke pole out. He doesn't normally kill big game with a rifle. He loves to use a longbow.
On this trip, we went with a rifle. We call it the Teddy rifle. That's what Teddy Roosevelt used in Africa. That was his favorite gun, was a 405 Winchester.
Oh, yeah?
And he called it a lion tamer. That's what he lion hunted with. We put in for archery tags in New Mexico, and we didn't draw. That's the reason I'm not bow hunting.
You know, you can't control Mother Nature. Lots of things you can, but Mother Nature, she does her own deal. We decided it was gonna rain on our first day out there. I didn't go back to bed, but I did catch me a little cat nap while I was waiting for it to quit raining.
It ain't raining that hard, it just sounds like it on the tent.
You know, in this show, Lynn is carrying Flea with him. Flea's his baby, right? And it doesn't matter how old our babies are, we love spending time with our kids and taking them out.
My truck's right here, right in the front.
Okay, we ready to load up?
Yeah, we'll load it right now just to get it all ready.
You know, hunting with an outfitter, especially on this trip here. Chris Geichman with Compass West Outfitters. These boys are there all summer. They know what's going on. They know where to hunt. And it's just a pleasure to work with people that know what they're doing.
How about a 320?
320?
Is that good? Is that doable?
That's doable.
This is the first rifle hunt, and the elk are still bugling and still doing that, so it's a good time to go, but
Now with the rain and the forecast.
No backing up. You said it was doable.
Oh no, we're gonna do it.
we grabbed the rifles and me and Flea were in line to shoot one.
Okay then, this is gonna be the first morning. It came a rain shower a little while ago. Everything's wet, but it's not raining right now. So we're gonna walk up here and see if we can see something, hear something, or which way to go. So we waited, and now we're here. Let's go.
So elk hunting's it's a lot like turkey hunting big game. It's action packed, and instead of sitting in a stand waiting, you're going out looking. The first day out, we went out and we went to a spot, heard a couple bulls, and they weren't really the size we were looking for. We went to another spot, it was a pretty good little hike, a couple miles, and we were up on the side of a mountain looking down in a valley, and we had bulls all around us. After about an hour, we had heard a bull on the backside. And we were trying to cut this bull off. And so we're kind of running down the mountain. The bull's coming down the other side of the mountain, and he's in a pretty good little trot, and I didn't have a tripod or anything. He comes into an opening, and so I shoot offhand about 240 yards, something like that. and then I got another shot on him as he got down toward the bottom of the mountain, and that one kind of slowed him down pretty good until he was ready to expire.
What you think? Dude, I am tickled to death. I am ready to go put my hands on it.
Okay, it's still the first morning. We ain't seen nothing but way off and heard one or two. But Brandon just got information on his little transistor walkie-talkie over there.
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah, bull's dead.
Flea's done knocked the big bull down, so we're coming off the mountain. So, as far as I'm concerned, mission accomplished. Let's roll.
You know, Flea's got a powerful story, just a testimony of how God has redeemed him and what he's done in his life. Flea was that guy, and you know, I can relate to that. He just had a season of rebellion as a young man, and he got married and he had his first son, Gus. And it was one of those things that God just used in his life to show him how important it would be to follow him and surrender his life to Christ. Flea's just got one of those powerful stories. And in fact, he shares it. He shares in a lot of places. He's gone to prisons here close to home, and has shared his testimony. And Flea's just a guy, man, his heart is huge, and God's done so much in his life. He's one of those guys you just love to be around.
On this one, are we going to use the mules, or how did you want to do this?
Yeah, just go ahead and get him quartered up and hung in a tree, and then just mark it on your GPS, and then probably one of us will go in there on horses.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, Flea Baby had knocked him down a bull back in the woods. It sure beats hauling it out on a pack frame on your back, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. Wish us luck.
And them boys are gonna be proud to see these mules or horses.
Oh, there's nothing better.
Nice.
Congrats, man.
Thank you very much.
We were real thankful and blessed to be able to get some horses in to pack out the meat. We packed out the cape and the head, probably, I want to say just under 3 miles packing that out. It would have been 4 more trips in and out to get him, but so the horses certainly helped with that.
All right, they're coming back out. I see heavy panniers. And the rest of them having to walk, and they'll be here in 30 minutes, won't they? Maybe. Oh, they're making Flea bring his horns out.
Oh, who's gonna carry him?
Yeah, look at Flea, baby. They made you carry them heavy horns out. Whoa, that's a good one, baby. Count for me, Paul. How many you got?
You know, in this show, Lynn is carrying Flea with him. Flea's his baby.
Flea's been hunting since he was big enough to walk.
You know, we talk all the time about God, country, and family, and we try to practice that as much as we can.
You know, Flea's almost 40 years old, and I still enjoy hunting with my kids.
It doesn't matter how old our babies are, we love spending time with our kids and taking them out.
So if you'll start your kids young and you just get that hunting bond with them, it will go for the rest of their life. You'll enjoy hunting with your kids.
Got the biggest one you seen.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I like it.
You got a spot for it?
I do. Now you gotta go home and go to work, get you some taxidermy money. Yeah.
think it was broke out on the top.
I think so.
It felt something.
This trip is going to be my third trip with Compass West.
Lynn took his first bull with a longbow out there.
They're first class people. The guides are just, every one of them are great guides.
He was good on his left side, but he had a little problem with his right side. It's the first day.
And we picked us up a Lucky Charm. That's Adam. He had fleed this morning, and he's just been a elk magnet.
This here, that second morning, we found a big bull last night. And we come around a long ways to come in here and try to get on this big bull this morning, so.
You know, we're from Louisiana, but I think everybody around the country that hunts, they dream of elk hunting. You know, there's white-tailed deer all over, and that's great, but you still dream about that elk hunt.
He looked good to me. He looked good coming. This might not be the biggest bull up here on this mountain. We've been on him for the last 3 hours.
We was on the go all the time. When you move, you hear them, you go, and it's just a run and gun type situation, and it's a lot more exciting than it is just sitting in a deer stand.
There ain't gonna be no blood trail. I turned about 50 yards, I see a brown body laying on the ground.
What you talking about? Where's Lulu when you need
I'm
her?
good.
Elk hunting is definitely my thing. We will certainly be on some more elk adventures in the future.
Dad, the happy hunter, the successful guide. I know you wanted that old great big one that you saw yesterday afternoon, but this one sure did make us happy, didn't it?
Yeah, like Hank Parker's always did. He sure looked good coming.
He did.
You know what I love about elk hunting is the chase. Chasing those animals, hearing them bugle and getting after them. You know, God really created us to chase. Now, if you think about it, little boys chase little girls on the playground. We grow up chasing our dreams. We run after our goals. And I heard this little analogy one time, and it said, every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and knows that it must run faster than the fastest lion or it's going to be eaten. And every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up and knows that it must run faster than the slowest gazelle or it's going to starve to death. And it ends with this: it doesn't matter if you're a gazelle or a lion, when you wake up, you better be running. And there's something in us, isn't it, where we chase and we run after the things that this world has to offer. There's a passage in the book of Ecclesiastes. I want to read it to you. It's a king that wrote this, and his name was Solomon, and this is what he said. He said, I made my works great. I built myself houses and planted myself vineyards. I made myself gardens and orchards, and I planted all kinds of fruit trees in them. I made myself water pools. He built swimming pools, and he said, I had greater possessions and herds and flocks than all who were before me. I also gathered for myself silver and gold, and the special treasures of kings and the providences. So I became great and I excelled more than all who were before me. Whatever my eye desired, I did not keep it from them. I did not withhold my heart from any pleasure, for my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my reward for all of my labor. Then I looked on all of the works that my hands had done, and on the labor in which I had toiled, and indeed all was vanity, and it was like chasing after the wind. You know, I wonder if you can look at all the things that you've acquired in this life, all of the dreams you've chased after, all the goals that you have reached, and you look at the things that this world has to offer, and you know it's like that. It's like It's like chasing after the wind, and they're temporary. You grab a hold of them, and then once you have them, it seems like they slip right through your hands. You know, God created us to chase, and I want to encourage you to chase after that that's eternal, not temporary. God created us to run after. Why don't you run after Him? He puts all of this stuff in proper perspective when we run after Jesus in our life. You may not even know what that life looks like. We'd love a chance to help you with that. In fact, you can type in this website, inthehunt.org, and type that in on your smartphone or your computer, and you can ask those questions that you have, spiritual questions about how you can pursue and chase after the God who wants to fulfill all of your dreams, all of your goals, and your greatest desires in this life. He wants to give you that lasts forever. Hey, thanks for watching The Way It Was.
The Way It Was is brought to you by WTL Ministries, Swacker, Three Rivers Archery, Monster Meal,